right, so let's continue. And in this step now, we are going to be installing React and creating a React project. All right. So the first thing we want to do is that we want to go over to termux, and if you look at it, we just installed it. We have not touched anything, right? So the first thing we want to do with that, if you look at here, they are telling you to say something like pkg upgrade and update and all that. All right. So that's the basic command that we make use of. So the first command we are going to be making use of is pkg update, right, and pkg upgrade dash y. I'll press enter. Okay, you might want to select all right, so it's running at the time. It's running, so you can look at it. It's running, so let's wait for it until the process is complete, and it will take a while. You can see this is a lot, so it will take a while. All right, so let's just hold on and watch how it gets along. All right, so you can see it's now updating and upgrading the packages. All right, so termux is a Linux based terminal, right? Okay, so it's a Linux based terminal, so just have that at the back of your mind. All right, so it's installing. You can see all that is installing. All right, so progress 6%. So let's just hold on and see how it goes. Let's hold on and see how it goes. Okay, it's saying open yourself defaults. So you can choose. I'll just go with the defaults, right? I'll go with the default. I'll just type N and enter. I'll be going with the defaults. All right. So again, bash dot yeah defaults. I'll be going with defaults. Okay. So I think our process is complete. All right. So the next thing I want to do now is I want to install Node.js and Git, right? Because you might want to make changes with Git and all that. So we'll be installing Node.js and Git in our terminal. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll say if I do something like ls now, so that's one of the commands in Linux. So if you can see command, okay, that's supposed to be ls. So if I do something like ls, there's nothing in our home repository now. Sorry, not repository, directory. All right. So there's nothing in our home directory now. So the first thing we want to do is I want to say something like we want to install Node.js in our home directory. So we'll say install npm. Oh no, not we won't be using npm now. So we'll be using pkg, right? Pkg install Node.js and git dash y. Okay, so go ahead and type that command, then we'll be installing Node.js and git in our terminal. So let's wait for it to install as well. Okay, wow, this is a lot. Okay, so we have just installed our git and Node.js. So let's see. We'll type git dash v to check for the version of git that is being installed. So you can see git version 2.51.0. So version 2.5 is installed, and let's check for Node.js. So instead of typing Node.js, we'll just say node-v. We have version 24.6, which is the latest version, I guess. I guess it's the latest version. All right, so now we have those two stuffs installed in our terminal. So what we want to do is that we want to create a project, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and create a folder right here. So to create a folder, we'll go with the command mkdir, which means make directory. Mkdir, I'll just call this app. Okay, so if I type ls is just like to list your directory. So if I type ls, you're going to see app there. So I just created this app. Remember when we checked it previously, I don't know if you can remember, but when we checked it previously, it wasn't there. Okay, so once I type ls, I was not able to see my app. So I'll now change my directory. So I'll say cd app. So I'm in my app right now, and I want to install Node.js here, right? Or inside my app, I can now create a project. So I can just say like I can just say, can I call this fruits project? So just pardon, I'll just call this, give it a random nonsense name. So I'll just say mkdir again, and I'm creating my fruit project. Or probably you can just create a React app with Vite the way you normally create it. Any which way, anyone is okay. But I'll go with this, and I'll say ls, and you can see now I have my fruits right here. So I'll seed into my fruits. Sorry, I'll seed into my fruits, and after seeding into my fruits, I'm going to be creating my project inside my fruits folder, right? Or directory. So I'll say npm create Vite as latest. Npm create Vite as latest dot means in the current folder, which is our fruit folder. Okay, so I'll click on enter. All right, so you can see npm create Vite at latest. Need to install the following packages. Create Vite. I'll continue with y. Okay, and you see what is happening. The same thing I normally have on my VS Code, that is what I have here currently. It's giving me select a framework: vanilla, Vue, React, Preact, Lit, and others, right? Angular, blah blah blah. So I'll go to React because I'm creating a React project, and I'll click on enter. Now select variant TypeScript. I'll go with JavaScript. If you need TypeScript, there's no problem with that. You can go with TypeScript, and I'll enter. Okay, so you see what happened? I just created my project, and it's telling me to do npm install. So I'll say npm install. All right, and this should take a while to install, right? So we are going to wait for it to install. We are going to wait for it to install. This should take a while to install. So depending on the speed of your network, it should be very fast. All right, so if you look at this now, um I just installed I just did npm install. Yeah, I just did npm install, and I've installed my node module. So if I type ls now, you should see everything right here. So now I want to open my Acode editor now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do npm run dev. Npm run dev. It's very fine if you want that. Chrome browser, and I'm going to type localhost. Okay, so this should automatically detect it. So you see what happened? I have my React app right here, right? If I click on counter, it's still working. Okay, so you can see what happened. I have my React app right here, and the next thing we want to do now is to move over to our Acode editor to modify the app. So we'll come to our Acode editor, right? We'll come to our Acode editor, and right here we'll go to open folder, add a storage, select folder. Okay, so this should take us right here, and we'll go back here. If we go to termux now, you see what we have: app, and we go to our app, we have our fruits, and we say make use of this folder, and we click on allow. Now if this doesn't work for you, so let me see what happens there. Okay, if this doesn't work for you, that means you have not set up storage permission to termux. So let me see what happens. Okay, it worked for me because I've set up storage. So in case it doesn't work for you, go back to your termux and then type termux hyphen setup storage. Okay, just type this command and enter, and that should give you access to it. Then go back to your Acode editor and do it again, try it again. So but for me it's working. So right in my Acode editor, I will be able to modify my code, right? So I'll come here. Okay, then I'll click on this. That's that they say list of files. Too many files may crash the app. I don't care, I don't give a damn. So I'm going to say okay, and that should go. All right, so if I open my source folder and I can see my app.jsx, and I'm right inside my app.jsx now. So let's see what happens if I change this code here and go back to my browser. Okay, so you see what we have in our browser currently, right? So let me make changes to my code. So I'll come here in my Acode editor, and probably I can come here and say, where is that Vict from React? Okay, I can come and say something like my fruit app. Okay, my fruit app. So after doing that, we should save our work. So you see it's not saved. But there are some extensions in Acode editor. That's why I love it. It's my best editor. So there are some extensions that you can install that will make your life easier. So come over here and install. Nothing is being installed here. So explore. You can explore some extensions, just like in VS Code. You can see we have VS Code icons. That will give me VS Code icons, and that will give me VS Code icons. Okay, saying I should add cards, blah blah blah. All right, forget about that for now. Acode terminal, GitHub. I can go ahead and install GitHub. That's free. So some of them are free and some of them are not. So I'll explore again. There's something I'm looking for. Okay, you can install different themes. Okay, this one is free. So some of them are free, but some of them you might request for. But it's fine. It's fine. Then in order to use Tailwind CSS, I'll also install Tailwind CSS Intelligence right here. Okay. So what next? React snippets. So you can check out other ones. I won't waste my time with that. So, but for you to have auto save, look at it. This yellow icon is highlighting, meaning that it is not saved. Okay. So you can click on this stuff here and it will save your work for you. Or you come here and you click on save. It will also save your work for you. But I need auto save, right? So I'll come here and I'll go to settings and I'll go to editor. I'll go to editor settings, and auto save should be 1000 milliseconds, right? Which is a second, 1 second. So that should work fine. And I'll go back. And now if I make any changes, it will save automatically. So I say my fruit app, and right here, I'll just remove this one and I'll say something like welcome to my fruit app. Okay, so look at it, it's saved automatically. I don't have to save it manually. So this is my best editor, and let me check it out and see what happened. My fruit app, you have my fruit app right here, and welcome. So I can use this to edit my React work, push it back to GitHub with my terminal when I am done. So if I come here and I check, you see the first session is still running app on your phone. So like I said earlier, if you don't have storage permission, just type termux setup storage. That command, termux setup storage, that command will give you access to termux access to your storage, so you can now import the file from Acode editor. Okay, so I think that should work fine. Let me see your comments in the comment section, what you think about this video and what else you'll be expecting, so I can create more videos like this. All right, so thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. That's the best thing you can do for me. It won't take up to 3 seconds. Just hit the like button and like the video and subscribe to the channel. All right, so thank you so much and see you in the next video.